That's what Amazon's for.
Yeah, we'll do that later.
I totally thought you were going with it. That's what she said.
You need to use protection.
I took the one off my G3 and cut it down a little bit.
Just trimmed it.
I only had to trim one side.
It's gonna look so ghetto.
A little bit.
If you want, I can get some Ninja Flex filament and 3D print you a Navic branded phone case.
I have a phone case.
I'll put Boo on it.
Aww.
That is tempting, but I do have a phone case.
We'll find that.
But it is tempting.
I've actually never tried to print with Ninja Flex. I hear it's a pain in the ass, so... La 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 la.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
Bum 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 bum.
I can't remember what else is on the scene.
At least you rhymed, though.
That's what I was going for.
You hit the bare minimum requirement.
Yes, I did. And that's what I was going for. That's exactly right. There was an attempt.
Vic joining us?
No. He was running late getting home from work. So I don't think he'll be joining.
You get to be the angry bird again.
I'll just refuse to heal everybody, and that'll be perfectly fine.
So you'll be playing it pretty much spot on, yeah?
Yeah, no. Totally within character.
I don't think I've ever been in a campaign or a group where I've had a cleric willingly heal people.
That is true. Considering our in-person campaign, he was trying to charge people. They're laying there dying. He's like, if you pay me, I'll heal you. You're like, F off.
Yeah, the cleric in the campaign I'm running with my friends, one of the druids got like 3 goblins sitting on them. They're all level 1. And, the druid like took a bunch of hits and did a thunder wave and took like 3 of the goblins out, but he was still getting hit by a couple. The cleric went in and he sees the guy bleeding to death, half bleeding to death, goes, maybe I'll just do a sacred flame. I'm like, you can also cast healing word as a bonus action, just so you know. And the druid's like, thank you.
No, the bonus action is that you shout out, how cool am I?
But I think I may transition them over to Strahd, because it's a barbarian, a warlock, a paladin, a cleric, and a mage. I'm like, okay, yeah, knowing this group, the Strahd might be good. And then he'll have to heal and turn and do other cleric-y things.
Whoa.
I know it. The paladin will be doing it. Who am I kidding? Just gonna make sure that the information's right here. Yep, cool.
Cool, buddy.
All right. We ready to go?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yes.
So previously, let's see, who's going to fill us in on the previously? Let me just go ahead and roll 1d5. Victor.
Perfect.
Tonight, the part of Victor will be played by Jordan, whose quest line this is anyway.
Jordan, fill us in.
All right. So, what happened last time? We went to tell the chief, my father, that no, we didn't say it. It was the perpetrators, my sister and another person who I can't remember. I have it written down. Hold on.
Holding.
Sure you do.
It was Shayla Skyhawk. What? That's right, right?
I think
Sayla? No.
No, that was the girl whose mother died.
Oh,
You're close, though.
it was Skyhawk. It was Hawkeye,
It was
right?
Hawkeye, yeah.
Okay, then I had the first name wrong. Whatever.
too many birds.
Yeah.
But it was a MASH reference. Come on, Trapper.
Yeah, but I haven't watched. Anyways, after that, we went to go find. We figured out that it was possibly the Great Ursa tribe, but we thought it wasn't after because of some. Be like, would they really do that? Probably not. Yeah, that's what we did. So then we went to go find, well, why did the bear come into our territory? So we went to go find the cave. We found the cave, and apparently Minchinos got frightened because of a magic trap.
He lost his mind.
He got frightened, little baby. So after that, did anyone else step into it? Or did someone
I
be
did.
like, oh, okay. Then
I-
Caleb stepped into it, and he was fine.
Yep.
And now we are going to figure out what to do. Concise.
Does that synchronize with everyone else's memory?
I believe so, yes.
Sure.
I can't remember if we left the cave, though. I think we
No,
ended
Yeah,
you're still
no.
at the cave.
No,
Okay.
you. I'm like a mile and a half away at this.
up-
Well,
So-
specifically, the last where we left off was Caleb coming out of the cave to find Minchinos and seeing a tree on fire,
Yes.
Oh.
and Minchinos making a wisdom save and then turning on Caleb.
So the usual, whether he's gone insane or not.
Yeah. And in fact, let's bring us over there.
Did you make a map? You did make a map.
So before we roll initiative, Yeah, so your sister Nissa and Salya Hawkeye were brought forth, and they will be punished for trading for personal wealth, which is dishonorable in your clan. However, it won't be nearly as severe as what Solesk will get, who led the hunt on the Great White Bear, and therefore takes responsibility for the Great Ursa's counterattack. However, you guys cleverly deduced that it was very strange that a tribe of druids would be trading with another tribe for such a mundane alchemical creation, and thought that there might be something else going on there. And you also realized that the timing was a little off. They had supposedly started trading for this product
couple weeks
before the Great Bear was slain.
Right.
Which is what brought you here, and you followed some tracks to where the Great Bear. You found where the Great Bear fell, and you have found by following the tracks of a clearly running bear of immense proportions into its cave, where Minchinos, performing some kind of investigation, immediately bolted out of the cave. So, Caleb, you step outside. The rest of you are in the cave a little deeper, even though you're on the map there. So we'll say it will take one sort of round of movement to get to the edge where Caleb kind of is. But just for the time being, I will get some initiative rolls.
Yeah. That's right.
Hey, I rolled double digits, so I'm happy.
Fair.
Yep. Makes sense.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Wow.
I also think it's funny that the two people least likely to leave the cave at the moment. Oh my god.
Look at us.
The three people.
I'll be at the bottom.
So,
Yay, double digits.
yeah. Havoc, Ithis, and Dices in the cave. And there is nothing untoward going on. What would you like to do?
All right. So what happened with the circle?
So you guys are on the threshold of basically a burrow, a bear den. There's some straw and things like that Caleb was kind of towing through. There is sort of a chalk line faintly on the floor that was pointed out to you guys. And that's about it. And then Caleb wandered outside.
All right.
You also, I think you attempted to grab Minchinos, but he teleported out of your grip.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I did. I misty stepped.
So acting simultaneously will be Navik and Ithis.
All right. Well, I guess I'll still investigate the cave.
Sure.
I don't know what the hell's going on with that Minchinos. He just ran out. Whatever.
Organize the turn order, please.
Yeah.
Heck
You
yeah.
want to be at the bottom.
Well, just so we know who's going,
I
right?
need to be
Let him
home.
know his proper place.
Shut up.
All right. So before we do this, everyone except for me should be at one level of exhaustion, right?
Yes, actually. Thank you for reminding me. I haven't put it on your tokens, but we'll try to remember that going forward.
All right.
That's from the high altitude thing.
That's
The
what,
altitude sickness.
disadvantage on skill checks.
Yeah, just ability checks.
Okay.
Yeah, if this is a little confused about what's going on, and I try and figure out exactly what's going on, because it was weird that Minchinos did that and then teleported. So would that be perception, insight?
If he's trying to deduce why you might have fled the cave,
Yeah.
yeah, insight.
16.
Okay, so I think that he could probably put, because he knew you were investigating a magical
Right.
phenomena. I think it would be a fair assessment that you were affected by something.
Um,
I'm going to move forward.
Into the
Yes.
bear den?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, make a wisdom save.
yeah, this will go well.
Fuck yeah.
So you step across the threshold into just this, basically this sort of, well-worn burrow, and out of the grass, like the straw and sticks and leaves that form like a makeshift bedding, you can see two figures stand up. One of the figures is your sister Nissa, and the figure behind is a member of the Splinter Pine tribe that you recognize. And he has a blade to her throat. And as he sees you, he smiles wickedly and he draws the blade across her throat. And you kind of flash back to many years ago when you sprinted home to warn your tribe of an attack. And that urge to run just overwhelms you.
Now, seeing that, would I not think to attack the person?
In this case, well, actually, I think we're drawing. It's flip flopping. So go ahead and just flip a coin for me, and we'll say on a 2 you attack.
That's not a 2.
That is not a 2.
Not a 2. You can explain the reasons or make the rational connection on behalf of Navik, but for whatever reason, this magical effect is triggering something much more sort of reptilian. You need to get the fuck out of here.
All right, let's see here. What I am going to do, because a Splinter Pine is killed Nissa, I need to have revenge for her, so I need to go tell the tribe that they have killed my sister and they need to die.
Okay.
So I need to run back.
Yeah, and you can use your full movement as a sprint.
Was my insight check the action? Or is that just a bonus action? Or
So that was just more of an instinctual thing. You can take an action if you'd like.
All right. So I'm watching Navik go in and walk into the same area that Minchinos went into.
Can I bowl over Caleb?
So it's going to be 30 feet to get to Caleb, and then you'll have an additional 50 after that.
It would be like a jump.
But you want to plow through Caleb?
No, it'll be a jump. I'm going to jump over him.
Oh yeah, sure. Just give me an acrobatics check.
So as soon as he turns and starts running, Ithis is
Oh,
That was close.
That was close.
right. So before he starts running,
Mhm.
Ithis is going to cast a whole person on him because
Okay.
he sees what's happening and wants to just sort of stop everything to try and assess what's going on.
Sure. So Navik, give me a save, and if I'm not mistaken, you have disadvantage on this because technically you are within sight of the thing you are afraid of. I'm just double checking though.
Double crit coming up.
2020. Oh yeah. You ain't holding me.
And it's a DC of 15.
You have disadvantage of ability checks and attack rolls, but not saves. So no, you can just make a regular wisdom save. You are held.
Yoink! in like mid stride cartoon style too, you know. Hold on, and then that's going to be his turn.
Yeah, and Navik, you just hear the laughter of those fucking splinter pines in the background, echoing throughout the cave.
Can I rage?
You haven't taken an action yet, so sure.
Even if he's held.
I was gonna say, can he rage when he's paralyzed?
I think so. I
I mean,
think
I'm
it
sure it's probably pissing him off to be
Yeah.
held.
I think that actually might have triggered a rage anyway. Like he needs to get away, and suddenly he's capable
Yeah,
of moving.
that's what I was.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, you haven't spent an action yet, so or
All
even
right.
a bonus action.
So here's the thing now. Now that
Yes.
I'm raging,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not affected by the frighten.
Yep.
So what happens after that?
Hang on, let me just check one thing.
Because I'm pretty sure I probably would have at least gotten 5 feet before.
Oh yeah, no,
And-
because he cast it as soon as he started to see you run. So yeah, you definitely got a little ways out.
Probably maybe 10 feet or 15.
Sure.
I'm right at the front of the cave.
Kind of feel that rage only prevents fear if you already are raging. I can't remember.
No, it will drop. It will drop a fear as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Mindless rage.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's suspended for the duration of the rage.
Which means it'll come back if you aren't attacked, or you take no damage or deal no damage in the next round, right?
Yep.
Okay.
It's a shame you're held.
So yeah, you're held and you just start freaking out. That vein on your forehead starts pulsing, and you probably think that you've been held by some nefarious sorcery from the splinter pine. But then, like, now you're just confused. It's like, was it real? You're no longer quite afraid, but you're not sure you disbelieve what you just saw.
And then at the end of the turn, Ithis will just say to Dices, "Stay away from that circle."
Your 2 thumbs up.
Cool. 2 feathers up.
Yeah. Middle feathers, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, then it is Dices' turn.
I was
Nice.
gonna. So classy.
I had my mouth closed, so that was all vibration.
Solid resonance.
I'm gonna turn into a bird and go sit in this tree right here.
All right. So Dices is just like staring at this strange sequence of events. kind of a tap of your staff on the ground, and you are a spirit raven. You flutter out of the cave. First thing you see is Caleb standing facing Minchinos. You see a small tree over here on fire.
That's not surprising.
No, with this group.
That is true.
And how much speed do you have as the raven?
I
Let me just double check.
60?
Sentinel raven.
probably 60. Yeah.
50 feet. So actually, you can't
can't
quite
make it
get
that
to the
far.
tree, but you can get about here.
She can always sprint.
I have a house rule about sprinting as with flight, and that you can only do it if you're descending.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, that's right.
All right. Well.
But that's fine. So if you wanted to like fly out of the cave, and I assume
Cover,
you're not
yes.
taking any specific action.
No, I'm just going out to watch.
All right, Minchinos.
All right. So, do I see them behind me, or am I still looking ahead and running?
You see Caleb.
I see Caleb.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically you flipped the coin in the previous session, and your fear switched to fury, which basically means you need to kill anything that's living,
Okay.
because it means to do the same to you.
Do I only see Caleb, or
If you want to make a perception check, you can see if you can spot Dices coming out as a bird.
okay? Oops, forgot to change the name thing. Oh well. Really was Minchino's ruling.
Yeah.
Right. So I see both of them.
Yep. And further back in the cave, you might see. Actually, no, I don't think you see Navik yet. So yeah, just
Okay.
Caleb and Dices.
All right. So I see the two of them come out. Let's see. They are 35 feet apart. Guess what's going right between them?
Presents?
Presents.
A present. Oh, and I'm like magically furious, right?
Yeah.
All right. So
Magically furious.
it's an all or nothing here. So they're both getting hit with this.
What level is that?
5.
All
All right,
stops.
so Caleb, deck save,
16 is the DC.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm a Viking.
and Dices. I don't know. Do you have access to the Sentinel Raven's character sheet?
Oh,
Yeah.
damn!
Oh, nice. So make the deck save on the Raven.
Raven.
I have trouble believing she's not going to turn right back into Dices no matter what she rolls.
Probably. Yeah.
But then she has advantage on you for 24 hours.
I thought that's only when she's her familiar is killed.
She's
her Raven
merged
anymore.
with her Raven at the moment.
I get
so,
it. Got
yeah.
it.
Oh, that's not right.
That's fine. I don't think you get a bonus to saves.
What
on...
is-
Yeah,
what is
I
the
don't have a
dex?
save option on there. So.
Yeah.
Well, what's the dexterity of the Raven?
14.
Yeah, then the most you'd add is 1, I think. But you made it. You made it anyway.
Yeah. Cut.
It's a 16 DC. Oh, so you don't take a full 49 points of damage.
Yeah, so each of you can take 25 points of fire damage. Dices,
that's halved,
you
yeah.
you'll take half that as again. However, you are out of your Raven form.
How high in the air was she?
It's not that high.
Yeah, probably as high as the mouth of the cave, so like 20 feet.
Oh, so there's at least
hurt.
a little bludgeoning.
It hurts when I pee.
Yeah, so the fireball detonates. Your spirit raven kind of scorches up through it,
Lame.
and you are turned back into regular old Dices, and you fall into the snow. I'm only going to do half this damage because you're landing in deep snow.
So how much do I take total?
In total, you got 20. Hang on. Hang on. So there's
14.
25 fire damage divided by 2, so 13 plus 3. So 16 total damage. And I think, Caleb, you probably just like throw your dragon scale shield out in front of you in the nick of
Pretty
time.
much.
Yeah. There's like a dwarven shaped snow melt around you. All right.
And then
Yeah, and at the end of your turn, Minchinos, you can make a wisdom save.
all right. Where's the wisdom? Yeah, this will also go well. I'm better than Navik. Not by much.
You were saying.
Not enough. And then flip a coin. On a 2, you keep attacking. On a 1, you keep running. All right, you keep fighting. So, Caleb,
Yes.
you leave the cave. Minchinos turns on his heel and just hurls the biggest fireball you've ever seen. Flashbacks to Eduardo.
PTSD kicks in.
What would you like to do?
Oh, would I still have a bonus action on that?
You had the whole turn, yeah.
Oh, never mind. It would be an action for that cantrip. Never mind. There was a cantrip, but it's not a bonus action cantrip.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna move there. I will attempt to hold person on Minchino.
Okay.
The whole time I'm swearing in Infernal too. You have no idea what the hell I'm saying.
I just think you're possessed as usual.
You're just your normal angry self.
13.
DC's 14. Yeah.
Nice. All right, so you are held. Caleb, you are concentrating. Whoop. Put one of these on Ithis as well. All right. So yeah, you hold person on Minchinos. Do you say anything, or are you just kind of like holding him there?
I'll probably yell out, "Snap out of it!"
Like little embers of burning in your beard.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, back in the cave, Ithis is maintaining a spell on a very upset Navik.
Doesn't really know what's happening. So he's got a decent idea that the thing did something.
Yeah, he can make an Arcana check if he wants to try and identify sort of specifically the effect going on here.
Sure. Nope, he's not 100% sure. So let me see.
And the worst thing is, like, now he's alone in the cave with the Raging Barbarian.
Yeah.
And it requires concentration to keep the Raging Barbarian there.
So the only thing he can do that won't break concentration is he's going to move to the mouth of the cave. Well, first he's going to move next to Navik.
Mhm.
He's going to cast Remove Curse
Okay.
to try and see if maybe it's a curse that's been put on Navik. And then he'll finish his movement out to here and yell out, "It's a spell! It's a trapped spell!"
At the moment, he doesn't know if the remove curse did anything.
No, he doesn't.
but-
But he's not letting the whole person down either.
Yeah,
though.
yeah. So he continues to hold person. Navik, you don't feel any differently when he walks up to you and touches your forearm. You just see magic enter you, and you're not sure what it was.
All right.
And then that'll be the turn. He just tries to let them know that there's a spell going on. He doesn't know what's going on, but it's a spell, and they're possessed.
Okay.
And that'll be his turn.
All right. So Navik, you can make a wisdom saving throw. Actually, it's been a full round. You have not been damaged, nor have you damaged.
Yeah.
So your rage drops, but you feel no. Well, I won't put words in your mouth. You don't feel any overwhelming urge to murder Ithis.
That's a plus.
However, you do think that he's casting magic on you.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
But he did just cast something on me.
He did, yes. So you can go ahead and make a wisdom save against his hold person. What's it? This is DC 16?
15.
15.
Damn it!
All right.
Vic will come home from work. Sorry, I got you killed by Navik.
All right. So I am now free. I'm
You
not
are.
raging again. So I want to run away. Yes.
You make the save at the end of your turn, so you can't move.
Oh, okay.
On this turn, I think that's what it says, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it basically takes place at the very end. Last thing you do is make that save. So you break free of it, and it is Dice's turn. Dices, you are prone in the snow.
What about
Just the tail sticking up, face down.
No devils.
what
it's
about the
fine.
frightened effect?
The frightened effect does not appear to be driving you at the moment.
Okay.
You're not. You look back over your shoulder. Nissa's not there. Splinter Pine's not there.
Why is that?
You're not sure.
I mean, as a mechanic, why is that?
So as a mechanic, remove curse that Ithis cast on you removed the effect.
Okay.
Woo!
All right.
Lucky guess.
I wasn't sure if it was you were thinking it was because of the mindless rage.
I got it. Gotcha. Yeah. No, he removed what was affecting you.
That is all then. I am no longer held,
Mhm.
and I can't do anything anymore. So, yeah. All right, fine. I can't do anything. Go ahead.
Dices in the snow.
Well, can I just get up?
Dices. Yeah, you can
After
spend
I
half
make
your
some
movement.
angels.
Half your movement to get up.
Yep, that's fine. I'm not gonna move.
And you see Minchinos having just thrown a fireball at you. There's a vast melted snow area.
I'm going to.
It's a snowboarding bowl. You're welcome.
I'm going to cast Hold Person on him.
Doubly held. Nice.
Too bad there's no silence.
I don't think I have to
Hey!
hear him. That's more fun. I'm going to do that instead. I'm going to make him afraid.
You're gonna cast fear on Minchinos.
Yeah.
Double fear.
I'm too far away.
Oh, yeah, I guess you would be. Oh, I have a better plan. I am going to disguise self to look like him and start taunting him as him.
Oh,
Look at me, I'm a big, fierce-looking tiefling.
So you
Someone's getting an inferno.
you change your appearance to look exactly like Minchinos, and you're trying to get his attention. Okay. Minchinos.
Both of you.
So Minchinos, you were held, right?
Yes.
Okay. So
So I'm going to
Basically-
spend most of the 6 seconds willing lasers to come out of my eyes to burn through Caleb's face. And then when that fails, I'll just make my saving throw.
yeah. So the first save is for the hold.
Yep.
And the second save is for the fear.
I
Yep.
have rolls tonight.
Flip a coin.
Yep.
All right. I don't know if it's something about your spell having not just incinerated them, or if it happens to be you're staring at yourself across a battlefield, having just basically you just walked out of your own inferno on the
Yeah,
other
that's
side.
pretty
I mean, actually, that'd be pretty ballsy, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, Chinos would be totally down with that and possibly slightly
You're like
aroused.
hot.
He'd be slightly aroused, so...
Oh, I can see that now.
But you are back in flight mode,
Right.
and it is Caleb's turn.
You know what? Can I check one thing? I don't think it matters anyway. So, yeah, I have to speak. Never mind. I
Your
can't
spell.
speak at all. I can't speak. It's total paralysis, right?
That's right.
Cool.
I'm going. I will Misty Step 30 feet.
All right.
That's roughly 30 feet. And I'm going to move up the rest next to Minginos, and I want to grapple Minginos.
Grapple.
Just be aware. I did see something very arousing.
Oh.
Grapple.
Grapple.
I'm around that height, right? So that's fine.
Perfect.
So he is restrained, so I think he automatically fails, right?
Probably.
Yeah. So any hits are automatic hit. Automatic hits. He still has to roll an attack, but it's a success and crit as at a hit. So
Advantage on dex saves. Yeah. Okay.
I think you still have to roll an attack, right?
Would I if it's not an automatic crit?
Yeah, isn't it? I think it's Well, restrained is in
Advantage.
crit,
Attack.
right?
Attack with advantage. It's attack with
Paralyzed is the
advantage.
automatic crit.
Right. It's attack with advantage.
Yeah. So if you made a melee attack with advantage.
Yeah, which is what a grapple is.
Yeah. Exactly.
Can make an attack. I guess it would just be a straight strength. Or like, how would I do this?
Oh wait, no. It's just athletics versus athletics or acrobatics.
That's okay. I thought you still had to hit though. All right, no, that's fine. You're whatever you say. I may be misremembering.
Yeah, and then you have disadvantage on ability checks, right?
Well, I'm paralyzed. I can't take a dex
I do
check.
too.
No, you're
though.
restrained.
Uh,
Oh no, you are paralyzed. Sorry,
no, I'm
I'm
paralyzed.
Yeah,
confusing
he's paralyzed.
myself. Got it. Then this automatically succeeds.
Okay, good, because I would have failed.
Oh yeah, because you have disadvantage, right?
Yep.
All right, so you're grappled.
Cool. I will try to I'll grapple him and try and shake some sense. Wake the fuck up!
I'm thinking of airplane right now.
It's my turn.
All right, so Minchinos is held and grappled.
Held and hugged.
And it is Ithis' turn. Ithis is no longer concentrating on a spell and becomes aware of it.
Okay. So he's going to fly 20 feet into the air.
Okay.
Why would you do that?
Because if this is not stupid. And he will, so that's 20 feet in the air, and then, oh, shit, I forget his movement stuff. So 50 feet flight, so that's 30 feet I can go now? Because I went up 20?
Yep.
Okay. So I will go to, I'm just going to fly towards Minchinos and Caleb and say, dispel the spell.
What? The what?
Dispel the spell.
I don't have dispel or remove magic or whatever.
Well, he doesn't know that. And that's going to pretty much be his turn because I can't do anything useful at a range at this point.
Okay, gotcha. So you're 20
actually,
feet.
I'm going to
Yep.
hold. I'm going to hold. No, actually, I'm not going to do that either. Never mind. Just go ahead. That's end of turn.
Okay, gotcha. So Ithis flies up into the air and streaks towards Caleb and Minchinos, saying, "Dispel the magic." And Navik, you are free to move about 20 feet in the cave.
"20 feet in the cave?"
Or sorry, 20 feet from the mouth of the cave.
All right. Let's see here. Alright, well, I'll just go there then.
You holding action on anything, or that's just your movement, right?
Yeah, I don't really have anything else to do. I'll look around. I'm confused. I'll just sit down.
Why everything wet?
All right,
I'll
Dice is
sit down
dressed up
and-
as Minchinos.
Apparently I muted myself because I was blowing my nose and didn't unmute it.
We all appreciate that.
You're welcome. What horrible thing can I do to him? For my own amusement.
Somebody's shifting alignment.
It's a shame we're outside. I could just go creepy.
Just start crab walking on the ceiling as Minchinos.
That's what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was gonna go full exorcist to just, that scene still creeps me out. Just think about it.
Well, just crab walk normally.
Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm creating another Minchinos.
Next to you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep spawning Minchinos.
Or you can have this up to 120 feet away, so you can put it near him or wherever you like.
Yes, I'm gonna spawn another one closer and just smile at him like that creepy, but slightly over exaggerated, like Joker type smile.
All right.
And that's my turn.
So this anyone who sees this second Minchinos pop up can make, I think it's an intelligence check. Intelligence investigation versus what? 16 on Dices?
Yes.
Okay. So there are 3 Minchinoses at the moment. He is multiplying.
You want us to roll this now or on our turn?
We'll do it on your turn, on each other's turn.
Okay.
However, Minchinos, you also see this. So now there are 2 more of you over there.
All right, it's a lot more uncomfortable for Caleb right now.
Caleb's like, what?
The heck is getting into my arm? It's digging into my armor. That's not my wand. All right.
It's turning into a staff.
So I am feared right now, correct?
Yeah. So you want to escape. However, again, you are grappled, held, and feared.
Paralyzed. Yeah.
So yeah,
Which
let's do the hold person first.
Okay. Boom.
All right, so that breaks. And then let's do the fear.
Nope.
And then flip a coin.
This is how you're you're ruining your enjoyment of the sanity thing in the complex, wasn't it?
Complex.
You're the sanity tests.
Yeah.
In the Underdark.
Oh yeah.
Just break Minchinos.
I didn't expect this to be such a major stumbling thing. All right. So you are no longer held.
Mm-hmm.
You still want to get away.
Mm-hmm. But that's the end of the turn, right?
Yeah, and that's the end of the turn. Caleb, you are hanging on to Minchinos. You know that your spell has dropped or is broken free of it. So it's just your brute strength holding him now.
But he's still feared and crazy.
Yeah, he's like wriggling around, trying to get away from you.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Yet every time I see the other me's.
Yes, he keeps digging into me. Thanks.
Wiggle, wiggle.
That's how I break grapples.
I'm trying to kind of get an understanding of would I know what if this was saying by dispel the spell.
That's it's up to you. You can sort of infer a fair amount on behalf of your character, or if you think that Caleb requires a roll, like for instance, you could have him make an insight check to try and infer what Ithis is trying to say. Because what's Caleb's not proficient in Arcana, is he?
I don't believe so. No.
Okay.
No.
But you dispel magic is part of the Paladin spellbook.
It is. I don't have it prepped, but I do have remove curse, which I thought was what he used.
That is what he used, but you don't know that much.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So yeah, that's I see. I think I see what you're saying. So Ithis is yelling, "Dispel the spell," but you know that you can't at the moment.
Yeah. Okay.
Got it. If you want, you can make a intelligence check or just a straight up wisdom check to know whether or not there are alternatives available to you at the moment. Doesn't lay on hands remove an effect?
Does it remove?
It doesn't remove curses, but it might temporarily
Right.
remove fear. I'm not sure though.
I know it's like poisons and things like that too, but
No, diseases and poisons.
yeah.
Okay.
So here's a random question, and this might have changed the course of this current combat session. Is Minchinos technically considered a hostile to me?
Ooh, that's a good question. Because of your aura?
Yes,
Hmm.
because then he would have made many saves ago.
Shit, I don't know. What do you guys think? He definitely attacked you, but at the moment he's just trying to get away.
Yeah.
He's. I don't know.
I think it's more of the paladin's perspective, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah. So
That's fair.
what does Caleb feel? Like, is Minchinos completely gone bonkers, or do you think that he's still like? You're trying to save him, right? You're trying to
Yeah.
assist. So then, yeah, I would say that he's an ally.
Okay, so then the aura protection would have worked.
So what does that do? It gives a plus.
Gives him my +2 to any saves that he does.
Got it. Okay, so that wouldn't have saved him from the curse.
The paralyze would have been done last round though, which is fine.
That's probably true. Yeah. But that's all right. We'll work with it as we've got it now.
Yep.
In that case, because I don't know any better in terms of dispelling the spell, and I feel that I don't have it prepared, I'm going to non-lethally attack him.
Okay. So you're just trying to like pull him down onto the ground.
No, no,
Oh no! he's
I'm
gonna hit
knocking
me with
him
a
out.
fucking hammer.
I'm knocking
You're
him
gonna
out.
knock him out.
Mama said knock you out.
That's a miss.
Totally.
So this auto crits.
Oh,
Why?
nice.
Because you're Oh,
he's
no,
not-
you're not
he's not
paralyzed.
I'm
That's
not
right.
paralyzed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
Is he
Settle
prone?
down there,
Oh,
everybody
but-
eager to kill me.
It would have auto crit.
Right.
Um.
All right, 10 points.
All right. So this is I'm going to allow the player to. So in situations like this, obviously he can wail on the back of your head with a hammer until you're dead to knock you out, or you can say if you want, because he struck true. If you would like your character to be sort of subdued, you can say that he just like blackjacks you and you're unconscious for now.
The easy way.
Well, no, because I'm actively trying to get away from this, and if he lets me go to, if he lets me go to try and get the hammer swing in, I'm in the process of trying to avoid that and get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, he only needs one hand to hold a grapple.
Okay.
And one hand for a warhammer. So he
that's
hits you either way.
still. Oh, I know he's going to hit me. That's not the point. It's I'm struggling to get away. This is not something that is just I'm letting happen.
Yeah.
No, I know that's true for Minchinos, but Joe can, if you want, can say, okay, yeah, you knock Minchinos out. Unless you want to see where this goes.
No, as a player, I'd say yeah, let's make it brief. But playing it out, I think, is not the case because he already knows what he's going to do next.
Okay, so let's carry on.
And then I need to do my intelligence roll for the other Minchinos.
Yeah, make an investigation check.
That takes an action, though.
Oh, that's true. You have to fully investigate.
Whoa.
So yeah.
Okay.
Pass through a creature that uses its action to examine the image can determine that it's an illusion. For the time being, you think that Minchinos is also trying to flank you.
So I will say, what will happen is that in the grapple, I'll hit Minchinos, and then at the same time, I see this other image of Minchinos pop up and starts smirking towards me, because it's towards Minchinos.
Yeah.
And I'll kind of like loosen my grasp on Minchinos, the real Minchinos, please stand up.
Okay.
Because I'm kind of caught off guard in the fact that am I really dealing with the real Minchinos?
Okay, gotcha. So do you want to relinquish the grapple?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Will the real Minchinos please stand up?
And then it is Ithis' turn.
All right. So it's 35 feet, simple map squares. If I'm flying at a downward angle, that's fine to reach for a touch on Minchinos, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. So I see that Navik has come out and is not raging,
Murdering.
trying to kill me, or running
Yeah,
around.
he just sat down in the snow.
So I'm going to make an assumption that maybe what I did worked. So I'll try it on Minchinos.
Sure. Which Minchinos?
Oh, that's a good point.
There's 3.
The one that I mean, it'd be the one that Caleb is fighting
Sure.
right now. So sorry, Randy was just asking me a question. So yeah, I'll fly over there and remove curse.
All right. So the real Minchinos, sort of regains his sort of composure. He's confused as to his whereabouts. Basically, the last few minutes, you know they happened, but the context is gone. Like you're not sure what's happening. And does Ithis do anything else?
Just said, he said, let's see if this works.
All right, and then he puts a feathered hand onto Minchinos. Does Minchinos... there's no save involved there, eh? So you can just like touch
No.
somebody and remove it? Cool.
Right.
Yeah, okay. So for the time being, there's no combat. So we can sort of like step out of the initiative for a moment, unless Dices decides to start throwing imaginary fireballs.
Not yet.
But yeah, Minchinos, you are sort of back with your wits.
Why does my jaw hurt? What the hell? How'd I get outside?
We're losing your mind.
Oh, God. Was I downwind from you again?
Eh.
Oh,
Wish.
and hello. And I just adjust my pants a little bit. Apparently, I had some fun in the past few minutes. Oh, hello, me. So
They're
what
crying.
the hell is going on?
So Ithis can sort of explain his
Yeah.
theory as to what's happening.
There's a curse in the cave. You guys touched it, and it took over your minds. Fortunately, I was here to fix it.
Weak-minded fools.
You can thank Avalee. And sort of walks away and hops up onto the log,
Fluffs up.
starts preening.
For a second there, I thought that was just Minchino saying that.
No.
It's Minchinos talking to Ithis, of course. Or Ithis talking to Minchinos.
Well, that was fun.
Why is your beard on fire?
You kind of got excited and, yeah. Your habits with flames and fire.
Son of a bitch! I missed it. Fine.
It's me too.
A little bit.
I'll just reach over and and you lick your fingers and put out a candle. I'll just do that and just put out part of your braid, one of your beard braids. Yeah, I missed. So I guess we figured out how they got the bear to go nuts. Why are you sitting in the snow, Navik?
I was waiting for you people.
Okay.
He got bored and started building snowmen.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Snow Goliath. It's huge.
And then I'm just going to walk over and start critiquing the other Minchinos.
Can I just keep? Oh no, I have only so many spell slots. I'm just gonna keep creating them and just surround him, and they're gonna start critiquing him.
It's a concentration spell anyway.
I know.
Yeah, I think Dices is out of spell slots at least for the next short rest.
Yeah, I don't have anything left. Worth it. No regrets.
So does investigation.
Yeah, if you want to sort of
So
investigate.
that's why I'm going to go over and check it out. Like, the hell? That's not bad. You see, now you missed the ring on the horn. And
The ring
I
is
have,
somewhere else.
I have friggin' tassels on this part of the robe. Jesus Christ! Don't you people know fashion? Turn around and walk away.
The tassels probably got moved too.
Yeah. So a quiet falls over the valley. It's still sort of a crisp, sunny afternoon. You have at least a little bit more information about what caused the bear to sort of attack.
Do we know anything about the type of spell or the type of magic used?
Not yet, no. I think you
Well, we
had
know it's an
identified the
illusion.
school.
We knew a school of illusion, but
That's right.
didn't really know more than that. And if this will say it was a curse placed upon you.
Yeah, and as far as you know, the spell is still intact in the den.
Yeah. Do we know between us? Do we know anything about types of curses that do this?
Somebody who is proficient can make a roll with advantage to sort of represent the cumulative group.
For
Arcana.
all right, I'm proficient with a 6 in Arcana.
Are you and Dices?
Does Dices? I think Dices has it now. We swapped one of her old skills.
Yeah. If you want to, go ahead.
Okay.
If yours is more than 6.
And actually, this will just be a flat roll because you two are high altitude as well.
Oh, okay.
So advantage, disadvantage, and it's a wash. Damn.
No.
Yeah. It's if it's a curse, it's a friggin' powerful one because it seems to be maintained by itself. You would guess that it probably would have taken dozens of casters to get something like this set up.
And wasn't one of the tribes a bunch of magic casters? Were they druids?
Yeah, there's a druid tribe. There's
And which one? Which one were they? They're not the Splinter Pine. They were the Oath or
Ursa.
something. Ursa, which we're suspecting anyway, right?
Well, Ursa poisoned, supposedly poisoned the.
Yeah.
The
Ursa
Great
were the
Fist.
ones. The Ursa is the one that we think might be framed for poison.
Yeah.
Okay. And it wasn't the Dinkelbergs.
No,
Just the
not
Dingleberries.
Dinkelbergs.
Splinter Pine.
Splinter Pine.
Who was the third one we were thinking of? I don't have my notes notes here. I can't find my notebook.
Let's see here. I think we were thinking it was a Splinter Pine. Maybe.
I thought there was a third group out of them that also had one of the challengers coming in for the Hordebreaker trial.
Oh, they all have challengers coming in.
Yeah. But it come in around that time. There was somebody had an emissary come in around that time. There was Splinter Pine and another one around the same time that your sister was being hired.
Can't
I don't
remember.
remember. Yeah, I don't remember. Anyway. So I'll get out my phone and take a picture of the circle, and we'll just take that back to your dad.
Hold on, selfie.
Robe of many items.
You like feign being terrified of the cave.
Oh!
Jokes. All right. So, what are your next steps?
Well,
So, if you remember from the previous session, Chief Landslide had sent a runner to Great Ursa with basically a formal declaration of rivalry after the attack. When you guys came to him sort of with the hypothesis that something seemed fishy, he set out after to try and intercept his own courier before it got there. Because you suggested that it's possible Great Ursa doesn't even know the bear's dead.
Right.
Mhm.
So that's where things stand now.
I thought the runner came back though.
No, the runner that was sent out is probably near Great Ursa at the moment.
Does one of us have like something we can draw with? We should probably. I was joking about getting out my phone, but we should probably like take draw a picture or at least a diagram of that magic circle, so we can show people to see if they might be able to identify it.
Well, we can always put someone in front of the cave and guard it until we get someone that can. No one messes with it.
Yeah. Put out a big sign in front.
How big is the cave entrance?
Quarantine, measles.
It's fairly large. Like, do you need exact dimensions?
Yes.
20 feet in height, and probably 40 or so feet across.
Okay. My plan will not work then. All right.
Is there just sort of a cave, and is it a mountain up above it, or?
Yeah, there's sort of an extended sort of outcropping of mountain wall, basically.
So is there stuff above it we could sort of like trigger an avalanche or something like that to just sort of bury some snow in front of it and make it hard to get into?
It would take you the better part of the rest of the day, but you could probably move enough snow to sort of block it off.
What if like a fireball went off up there and caused a ruckus?
I don't really know if a fireball would really.
I mean, it's an explosion.
Yeah, I mean, it could certainly shake loose some like snow up there.
It's not enough, though. You don't think that's obvious that it would slide down?
I don't think enough would slide down without actually, like, if there was an actual avalanche, you guys would be buried as well.
Okay.
But you could probably half bury it that way.
Yeah, because that's what I'm thinking. If I set one off above and just sort of shake a bunch of stuff loose to, even if it's just a slightly barricade the entrance so nobody goes in and
Sure.
triggers this.
What about getting the tank and putting that there?
That's back at the village. We didn't bring it.
No, it's not back at the village. It's somewhere off to the side.
It's in the valley. It's in the
right.
the crevice that you came through.
Right where we saw the funeral.
Yep.
So
How far away is that?
At the moment, it's probably 4 hours.
Too far. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So I'm just gonna toss this above and see how much I knock down.
Then I should.
You
probably
should move. Yeah, you should move.
Yeah, roll a d100 and hang on, let me think before you roll. We'll say that there is an 80% chance that you cover up half of the cave,
Okay.
and a 10% chance that you trigger an actual avalanche.
All right. So we would have had everybody get clear, so Dices and Navik would not have been standing there.
So if you don't roll under a 10, or
Challenge accepted.
or Minchinos might be in some trouble.
I'm gonna roll 9. That's close.
All right. So you lob a fireball up into the face of the mountain. The sound sort of echoes far and wide, and suddenly, sort of sheets of snow start sliding down. It looks like it could have been more violent, but you get like big sheets that kind of fall over top of the cave mouth and sort of build up. If anything, it is harder to spot the cave mouth from the ground now.
Okay. That's really all I'm looking for. And meanwhile, Ithis is just glaring at me and just sort of shaking his head.
I kind of turn around and be like, couldn't we just, leave 2 of us here, watch out while the rest of you went back?
Rule 1, never split the party.
Coming from the one who went hysterical and tried to kill us all, but okay.
I didn't try to kill you guys. You guys are still alive. Anyway, we should head back.
By the way, I'm staying as Minchinos.
Cool. I'll buy you a
I'm
drink
gonna
later.
mimic everything you do
Cool.
within reason.
Oh, damn it.
I'm not stupid. I know what you're good. I know you too well.
After 10 minutes, the major image drops,
Yep.
but your disguise is still intact.
Yeah.
And so you guys are heading. Well, are you leaving anyone to block the cave while the others go back, or are you all going back as one?
I think we should leave someone.
Fine, Minchinos will stay.
I'm fine staying.
Yeah, you could use a rest anyway. You look a little worn out.
Uh-huh.
It's like something took a lot out of you.
How's your jaw?
It's fine. Got a little bruise.
Would
The
you like
bruise-
Minchinos to keep you company?
The bruise will fade before your beard grows back. Don't worry.
Shows how much you know about dwarves.
It's already grown back. It's going cartoon style.
He's like a Play-Doh fun factory, just a little more squeeze.
Yeah.
You think he's taking a poop, but no, he's just growing back his beard.
All right, so heading back to village is Navik, Ithis, and Minchinos,
Yeah.
and staying is Caleb and Dices.
This can only end awesomely.
So you, so who do we want to? Well, let's say you guys get back in about 3.5 hours. We're sort of pushing into the early evening. and you arrive back in Grand Mist proper. What are you doing?
Well, go see a landslide first.
So yeah, as soon as you get there, and the first thing you learn is that landslide is not back yet.
All right then.
But you do find Solisk sort of chained up outside of Warrior's Hall, awaiting his punishment. And on the inside, not chained up, but sort of under supervision, you find Nissa and Selah.
Navik, does your tribe have a shaman or somebody we can talk to about this, the magic in the cave?
Do we have one? I'm pretty sure we do.
There are the seers for sure.
Yeah.
They would probably be the closest thing to
Someone who knows.
Yeah, they basically are the diviners and elders of the tribe.
That was some powerful magic, and it's going to be probably obvious to an expert what happened.
All right, let's go find
some seers.
Sure. So yeah, you know where their coven is. You kind of step into this sort of ramshackle building that just sort of looks like strips of bark laid over a frame. It almost looks like a beaver dam in the winter. And you open this like rickety door and step down into sort of what feels like a root cellar. But inside here, in the reasonable warmth, are a number of probably a dozen quite visibly old Goliaths, men and women in long furs, sort of cross-legged, some of them smoking what look like opium pipes.
Go on.
And there's just like a haze in here. Some of them have like cataracts so thick that you can't imagine they see anything but blur. But all of them seem to take note as you step down into their den. One woman sort of speaks and says, "Navik, Hide Chaser, step forward."
Yeah, step forward.
"Were we right to name you Horde Breaker?"
Time will tell.
Personally, I think it's a misspelling, but okay.
Always the chatterbox, this one.
I just sort of grin and wink.
She says, "Why have you come? You come bearing information, yes?"
Yes. We need assistance with magic-related runes.
Magic? Runes? Be more specific, boy.
I step up and I say there was a curse placed on the Great Bear's cave, and I sort of describe the circle that we saw and the effects that I felt, or as much as I can remember, anyway.
Sure. She says, "I see. So, what is your hypothesis? Was the bear driven mad?"
I believe that's the case, as Navik and I were both affected, according to our companions, by this, and we were driven into a base reaction state of rage and fear.
This is valuable if true. Will you guide me there?
I would be happy to. It's a long trip, though, if you want to wait till morning. It is late in the evening.
This is of utmost importance.
Okay, let's go.
So she doesn't walk.
So at how far? It was a half hour to go get the tank?
Yeah, about half hour from the village. Yeah.
All right. Say, wait here. I'll be back in an hour. And I come back to give her a ride in the tank.
Okay. So yeah, she climbs in, or you help her in. Basically, she has no function of her legs.
As much as I can. I'm in full like flirt and swagger and charm mode.
Okay. And you start crab walking the tank across the tundra towards the cave.
Yep.
All right. Is there anything you wanted to do in the town? Talk to anyone before you leave? Pick anything up?
I don't think there's anything.
Yeah,
I'm not a magic person. I don't know what I need.
I have no need. If we're this is what I'm interested in, is figuring this out.
Okay. So we'll cut back over to Caleb and Dices. So in the so far, you guys have been sitting outside of this snowy cave for the better part of 5 hours.
Sounds like fun times.
Yeah, it's starting to get like really, really cold.
That's okay. Create bonfire. Done.
Yeah, you can if you want to create a bonfire. Where do you create it?
Off to the side at the mouth of the cave. Like not right in the middle, because that's
Okay. What do you guys do in the intervening hours?
In detail.
Well, keep in mind, I am still Minchinos. So I'm going to continue to really bad imitations of Minchinos the whole time.
You don't know how much joy that's bringing me.
Oh no, in a patronizing sort of way that's keeping him entertained.
I have a gaming set. I can't remember if it was dice or cards, but I pass the time with
The Game Boy.
cards.
Yeah, you
only.
can choose which it is. It can be
I remember I set up something before because I remember I played
Game Gear.
cards with Minchinos before. I think it was cards, right? We played.
Yeah, because I
So-
think I have dice. I think you had the cards.
Okay, so I probably have cards. Play some Gwent.
Oh, the most boring 5 hours ever.
I mean, to some maybe.
Oh, I hate Gwent.
So does Ash.
I like it. Okay, so you guys sort of passed the hours away. Can I get a perception check from both of you? Ash, keep in mind you do not have your raven with you right now.
That's right.
Somebody killed it and didn't make a mention of it.
Yeah, I knew he was.
No, I meant like
Oh.
Minchinos killed it and mention of it.
Sure.
I didn't know I killed it.
Fair enough.
Nobody told me I killed it.
By the way, you killed it.
I see Gwent.
It's kind of hot.
So your perception right now is +6. Still a really good roll. Okay, so Caleb's like, prodding the fire with, I don't know, something. And you're just kind of rambling on with your Minchinos impressions, and you catch something, possibly because of the setting sun. The silhouette sort of makes it more noticeable to you, but they're about, you would say, close to 600 feet away, fairly far off. You spot 8 silhouettes on a ridge, and they are gesturing down in this direction.
I'm going to immediately stop doing bad imitations, go, I think we have trouble. And I'm going to point over to the figures on the hill.
I look at it and I get a bad Warlords of Draenor impression. No.
You would have gotten a rest out of this too, right? At least a short rest.
Yeah, you
5
both
hours,
would have
yeah.
gotten
Yeah,
short
yeah.
rests.
I would've
Yeah, so
gotten my
Dices
short
has
rest
all her shit back. Yeah.
I got
I'll
my
roll
shit
some
together.
hit dice.
Yeah.
Hit dice. Oh man. Whatever, it works.
I can't remember. I think you can resummon your Raven after 24 hours.
Yeah, I have to wait.
All right. So, yeah, Caleb, you've spent hit dice.
Yep.
All right. So, Dices, when you point at them and Caleb takes notice.
I wasn't gonna go like exaggerate. I was gonna do that whole like
Sure.
thumb over my shoulder, like we got visitors kind of thing.
Yeah. Caleb, you kind of like squint off into the distance and you think you can see movement, but you're not sure if it's that or just like the last remnants of sunlight sort of playing off the snow.
Okay.
But yeah, Dices, you definitely see they're humanoid. You count 8, but it's possible there are more beyond the ridge at a lower angle.
Oh, lovely.
And almost as soon as you like finish sort of describing to Caleb where they are, they sort of disappear one after another until there's only one left, and it stays for a little longer, probably a few minutes longer, and then finally it sort of turns away from the ledge and wanders off.
I can't be good.
We're fine.
The sun disappears completely, and Dices, you become aware with your passive perception, even without your bird, of the strangely sort of rhythmic clanking of a machine of some sort plowing through the snow.
Snowcat.
Is it our spider? No.
And Navik and Minchios and Dices return. So yeah, you guys, you can help the seer out and bring her up over the snowbank.
I'll firebolt my way through a ridge.
Sure.
Kind of just a little path for her.
So yeah, streaks of fire kind of carve through the night and burrow a little hole into the cave. And then are you sort of basically just like walking the apparatus into the cave with her in it, or is somebody carrying her?
She's not walking. She can't walk, right?
No.
Yeah, so I'll walk it into the cave and we can help her out in there.
Sure.
Staying very clear of the circle, of course.
All right, so you bring her in to the bear cave, and she asks you to kind of set her down on the perimeter of where you know this effect to be.
Okay.
And she just kind of lays down on the ground as though she's going to sleep. But she has like one hand, like this gnarly old, still huge Goliath hand, sort of delicately tracing her fingers along the edge of this perimeter. And every now and then she will like put her hand through and she'll like pull it back as though it's like hot or too cold or something like that. And this goes on for a number of hours. Do you guys want to set up a watch?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So you can have multiple people at a time outside, but who would like to take first?
I'll take first, I guess.
I'm very interested in watching what's happening. The magic. Ithis is bored silly, so he can go out and take a watch.
All right. So Navik and Ithis, give me perception checks. Actually, I can pull you guys back onto the board here.
Oh yeah.
Eh.
He gets 5.
So I thought it was ability checks, not saving throws.
This is an
Uh,
ability check.
Not yeah. These are ability checks, not saving throws.
Okay, so it's a disadvantage on the, as opposed to like just a strength check or anything like that.
Yeah, if I said a strength saving throw, then you wouldn't have disadvantage.
So, but a perception check still counts as that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's dark. He's not enjoying the mountains anymore.
Yeah, him especially. He's a temperate bird.
Yeah.
So Navik, you are sort of watching. This is sort of your this is your home. Like you know what to look for. You know what beasts to expect.
Mm-hmm.
You know what sounds are normal. You certainly hear plenty of owls. You see a few of them kind of streaking towards the ground and picking up rodents and things like that. Little shrews and snow stoats. And then you hear something that isn't normal. It sounds like a short burst of air, kind of like through a drainage pipe or something like that. Like it's not quite a horn. It doesn't carry any like tone, but it sounds like it's like if you were to drop a ball down a piece of PVP words.
Yes, I
Yeah,
understand what
I mean.
you're talking about.
PVC pipe.
Yeah, it just makes sort of like exactly. There's like
Blue
just
Man
a
Group
press
sound.
of air.
PVC?
PVC, yeah.
Boom.
But you're not. You know the direction of it. You do not know the origin of it, but it's probably 100 feet away.
Interesting. I heard something.
You say to Ithis?
Where?
Yes.
Where?
Well, I say it in general, but he just happens to be there.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. About 100 feet away.
He doesn't have dark vision, right? It doesn't say on his sheet.
I don't think he does.
Okay.
He ain't a hawk. Or
Yeah,
an
no,
owl.
just double checking.
Do hawks have night vision?
They're not night predators.
No, I think they just have the keen, so there's like advantage
Yeah.
on eyesight checks. One of the druids in my campaign is doing needle. So he'll fly up towards the top of the cave mouth.
Okay.
So that's 20 feet up from there, I guess. And just sort of look and watch.
So yeah, give me a disadvantaged perception check. Not bad. So it's hard to say. Right now, the sky is fairly clear, so there's like a little bit of dim moonlight glinting off the snow. And you think you see what could be like the spark of a flint and steel, but it's the wrong color. It's like a purple. You just see it a moment, but it's gone.
There's where was it?
Probably about 100 feet, sort of into the forest, sort of where you guys found. You've kind of come a little bit further than that, but it's in the direction of the place you found the fight spot for where the great bear was slain.
Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna say this something over by where the bear died.
Well, the direction that the bear died.
Well, I mean
Nope.
that's what I mean that way.
Interesting.
We should.
Although I don't know what it means, it's interesting.
We should warn the others.
right. Warn the others.
All right, so Navik, you go into the cave. And what do you
I
say?
suppose so, since Bird is just flying up there.
Yeah, he's perched up. He's looking from the vantage point. Lesser beings will go do things.
I'm gonna kill him soon.
That's how you really feel.
Yeah. All right, I'll go into the cave.
So as you get within sort of 20 feet of where the seer is sort of performing her investigation, and you hear her voice as she's sort of just laying on the ground. If you were like a stranger to this land, you would swear to God that she was dead on the floor. But there's like faint movement in her upper body, and she sort of squeaks out as you sort of get near. She goes, "Hide chaser, I have your answer."
42.
Yeah.
Before
Riddle me this.
before I say continue, I
Mhm.
say we might have company outside.
She doesn't respond to that.
Yeah, I wasn't really talking to her.
Yeah. No, I know.
I was... So I say, you guys should go outside, or what? Then I'll say to the seer, "What's up? What's up? What's up, yo? What's going?"
Totally Navik would say that.
What's up, yo? She
City life has destroyed me.
yeah. She turns and sort of sits up from her like prone place on the ground where she's been for the last couple of hours, and she says, "I expect that the people who are outside are the same who have set this. Prepare yourself."
We gotta fight.
All right. Well, let's go outside. Put her in the tank first and close it up.
Okay. And then let's take a 5-minute.
Yep.
All right, I'll be right back.
Nachos.
Nacho. Let's see.
Right. So the seer sort of croaks this sort of cryptic prophecy out to Navik, and she seems to have known that this sort of danger was coming. And where do you go next, Navik?
Well, the seer is in the tank now, right?
Yeah, you kind of like helped her into the tank, and I assume are leaving it deep in the cave.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's
Alright.
fully closed up.
Yeah, and so I'm gonna just move Navik out here. So Ithis is the only one outside at the moment,
Mm-hmm.
and Ithis is like squinting in the darkness. He can't quite make anything out, but he does see shapes sort of breaking the moonlight's cascade across the snow, so he knows things are approaching.
He's gonna make a clumsy sort of bird whistling noise to try and get attention.
Okay, sure.
Trying to be subtle, but he's really not good at it.
All right. You guys hear, I think actually, Navik, you would actually identify it right away as a strange animal sound for this part of the world. So maybe you pick up on something before, and as well as Ithis was out there with you.
Seems they're coming.
Well
Seems
then.
we have company now.
And I'll get you guys all to roll initiative.
Of course you will.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
There we
there's,
go. Normal rolls.
there's
back.
our stuff.
I didn't get a 1.
How do you?
Ah, yeah.
Wow.
I'm ready for this shit.
All right. So Minchinos, you have the first action.
All right. So, how far is it to the mouth of the cave? Well, hello there.
It is it is 30 feet.
Okay. So I'm gonna go to the mouth of the cave and see what I can see first. So is that
you see
perception?
what I see?
Do you have
I have
you
dark
have dark vision out to
Yes.
how far?
60, I think. Check. I believe it's 60.
Okay, so dim light out to 60 is bright light, and beyond that is also dim light.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay, you're fine then. So as you get up to the mouth of the cave, you can see an Etten charge. And they're in full sprint charging the cave.
Holy crap.
All right. So immediately, I didn't get to do this before. I was
Mhm.
going to.
Sure.
So I know that it is 60 feet between the two trees. So this whole bit here is getting a 20-foot high wall of flame with the heat going out towards all those Ettins.
All right. I think I have a token for that now. Yes.
And I want to drop it so at least that first one, this guy here, starts in it, on the edge of it.
So, oops. Let me.
14 on a 5d8. God damn it.
I think that covers 60 feet. Yeah. So show me again where you wanted to drop it again.
Right along here. The 60 feet between the trees. And
So like there.
yeah, and so this guy here starts in it. That's the edge of it.
Okay,
and
got it.
so
Got it.
blocking
Yep.
that wall.
Yep. Done.
So he has to take a dex save.
All right. And it's Dex, not Con.
Yep.
He's like dodging it. Okay. Got it.
Yeah. Oh, the spell card doesn't show up anymore. Okay.
Negative.
Indeed.
So 14 fire damage.
Yep.
Why can't I click on this? Tokens. Oh, that's why.
Wrong layer.
Yep. All right.
Ask me how I know. And I'm just going to yell out, "We have Ettins!"
Ithis perched
Was
on
that
the mouth
infernal?
of the cave. What does he do? Ithis actually is still having trouble making them out as distinct entities from this far, but now
Yep.
that the firewall is up, he can at least see the ones around the firewall.
He's going to hold his action until everybody. Just double check it. Till everybody comes out to the mouth of the cave. And when everybody is within 30 feet of him, he's going to cast a spell.
What spell is he holding?
Beacon of Hope.
Okay. All right. The Ettins. So on, does it trigger at the start of his turn?
So he takes the damage. Yes, as soon as it appears,
He starts his turn within 10 feet.
and then takes the same when it enters the wall on the first time, or a turn ends its turn there. No,
Or
sorry.
ends. Okay, got it.
Right.
But they take damage if they cross it.
Correct.
All right.
I'm hoping it at least breaks their stride for a second because they're stupid.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give them sort of wisdom saves versus frightened
Okay.
for the moment. They do have advantage on this because they have two heads.
As a question,
Yeah.
have you placed a firewall yet?
Yeah.
Oh, do you
where
not
is the
see it?
firewall?
No, you already put it on the DM
that's
layer.
why you're in the wrong layer.
Whoops. My bad, guys.
Oh, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure.
Where did I put it? I must have put it on GM. Yeah, I did.
That's what I was wondering.
Bloop.
Well,
Oh, so there's the firewall.
Yeah. All right.
And it's 20 feet high and 1 foot thick.
are you sure you're talking about the firewall, right?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I'm no longer that excited.
All right, so let's do order of operations here. So let's jump straight to the brackets. 40 feet. Oops.
One other thing to bring up: so you're rolling the dice behind the screen. Are we supposed to not see that?
No, you can see it.
Okay, just making sure.
What's his movement?
They're sprinting.
Okay.
They have 40 feet.
All right, so he's not going to get an action then.
No, they're not getting actions.
Oh, good.
So this one will take damage running through.
All right, so he takes another 5d8.
Go ahead and roll that. And does he get a dex save if he runs through it?
Nope.
Excuse me.
That's only when it appears. So he takes 18.
All right.
And no, that's ending the turn. Never mind.
Do you want to roll individually, or do you just want to apply 18?
You can just do 18 to everybody.
Okay.
It's a mediocre roll, but whatever.
This guy's going to fall back. This guy is going to stay where he is.
Guys!
And now that they're up close, I mean, Shinos, you can see that this one... Actually, let me just mark them. What was a good symbol? I'm going to put this...
He's slowed.
And this.
His helmet special, it's fine.
So the ones that I put a little clock on,
Mm-hmm.
they appear to be wearing some sort of metal frame over their shoulders. You have seen contraptions like this before, but not quite this size. They have like this, almost like an exoskeleton built down their arms, and there appears to be like a cannon mouth built onto the underside of their arm that is supported by this big backpack.
Okay.
Great.
He's like holding up one arm, and you can see just little arcs of electricity
Yeah.
kind of
yep.
sparking on one, and then another one, it looks like it's just dripping with water.
Railgun.
Oh, that's bad. That's really bad.
And it's Nevixter.
All right. Well, I am going to go
He's running away. He's like, I'm outpaced.
there.
Mhm.
I'll rage, and I'll use my Happy Fun Time axe.
Happy fun time.
Yep.
Let me put a little rage anger on your character.
Oh, thanks.
Can't remember which one we use. I think it's this one.
Oh my god. I'll go with the Frenzy Rage. Why
All right.
not?
Frenzy rage it is.
And then I will attack. Oh,
Tier
right.
2, oh my god.
I can only do the special effects when I hit, or
This is on your Leviathan Edge.
Yep.
I think that's... Let me just look at the little card I made.
yeah, just going back to there.
Tuned Leviathan Edge. Yes, on hit. Or sorry, on crit.
Oh yeah, on the crit. Okay. All right. Do I have everything correctly? I do. Excellent. Is the +1 to attack as well, or
Yep. Yeah, just
Okay.
like a standard +1 weapon.
then I will add that as well. Okay. Attack! Oh.
So you're not reckless right now, right?
No, I'm
Okay.
not reckless.
So that will just swing wide, just barely.
And second attack.
Yeah. So you're getting a little. Is this the first time you've swung this thing?
It is.
Nice. All right. So The second time, as you kind of like carve the giant blade, it just like barely swings underneath the neck of both heads. And as they lean back, you can see in what little light is around you guys, the sort of painted on in blood. You can see the splinter pine symbol. You know these to be their allies.
Splinter Pine.
Yeah, the Ettins and the Splinter Pine tribe have had a long friendship. Mostly, in the eyes of every other tribe, the Ettins are really just slaves, but they don't see it that way.
Attack!
You carve into him, and there's like this arc of electricity that just sort of crawls up one of the heads, and you can see his eyes sort of like go cross-eyed, and he tries to focus a little bit. And for your third trick,
The bonus was the frenzy raging.
right. Future, you get 3.
Yes.
Okay.
Every,
All right.
Every attack now, I get 3.
Why did I give him that symbol? That doesn't mean anything. All right, Dices. You are 30 feet from the mouth of the cave. You are 15 feet from line of sight to the mouth of the cave.
All right, well, I will move up here and attack the one that Navik was attacking. And do my favorite, Toll the Dead.
And it's a wisdom.
It's a wisdom saving throw against 16.
Wisdom. Nope.
Wow.
17
And this time the injured actually is more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they have advantage on that too. You hear this gong just resounds through the cave. And this like weird black decaying energy starts to like peel their face a little bit.
Nice.
One question. Do you
Mhm.
still look like me?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's permanent.
Well, I was asking if you were
If a
describing.
Minchino's disguise lasts longer than 4 hours.
Oh gosh.
All right, Caleb.
Question: how long has it been since we were on the ice lake?
Since you were on the ice lake,
Yeah.
Been a few days.
Back.
let me just jump over to my calendar here.
At least a day in the ice worm tunnel.
Mm,
It's like 4 days. I want to say 4 days.
It's around that, yeah, 4 or 5
Oh,
days.
okay.
Why?
I wanted to use my horn, but I can't.
Oh, got it. Yeah, it hasn't been that long. I think you started the trip up, or the whole trip. I think took 10 days.
From the Hobbiton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luck, yeah. Okay. Well, since I can't do that, I will. So I'm what, about 25 feet from the mouth of the cave?
30 feet,
Okay.
or
and-
25 feet to this Etten.
I guess I can't move around on the bottom part of that Etten, right? Because that's the rock wall.
I think you can move. Yeah, you could move through, but not. He's sort of against the rock wall. Yeah.
Okay, and you mean through? I can move through him?
You can move through him, but it will provoke an opportunity attack, basically.
And if I move around him, I'll get an opportunity attack from him if I move there.
Yes.
Okay. Can I move there?
Mhm.
Okay. I will
As soon
move.
as Caleb moves, to there, and that puts him in range. That's going to trigger if this is Beacon of Hope.
Okay.
So now everybody has advantage on wisdom saving throws, death saving throws, and you regain the maximum number of hit points possible from any healing.
Nice.
So you don't have to roll a dice; you just heal for the max for that spell.
Concentrating on that.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do this, and then I'm gonna give him a 30-foot aura.
It's only at trigger.
It's trigger.
So you have to be within the
target
range
within
at
30
trigger.
Yeah.
For the duration, each target has advantage, so they can move out of the range.
Oh, it's not
It's like
centered on
bless.
him. He can put it
No.
down.
Yeah, it's like
got
bless.
it. Okay, got it.
It's a super bless.
All right. Then I will-
Super bless.
Hoo-ha!
Well,
Cool.
and
That healing thing is pretty ballsy.
the healing thing is pretty good, and I will be casting bless.
Bleh.
Hold on, trying to see what does higher level do.
Extra people.
I was gonna say more targets, I think. Yeah, one additional creature for each slot above first.
Why not?
YOLO!
Level 3. I'll bless everybody.
Go. You get a bless. You get a bless.
We all get a bless.
So which ones are you doing?
Everybody.
Oh right, everybody. You
Everybody.
get a little dot, and you get a little dot. Little dot for you. Everybody gets a gold star.
And I got a
Happy
blue
little
one.
dots.
Okay, I got
Happy
it.
little-
Happy little dots.
All right.
Look at that.
That's it.
And Chinos.
All right. Oh, actually, pretty decent line there. And since Ithis is above me, he's not going to be in the line. So if I come, if I'm shooting a straight line like this, would the guy in the middle be hit by what I'm shooting with like a lightning bolt or a scorcher or something like that? Probably not.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. No, he wouldn't.
So probably this is my better bet. Which one had the electricity?
This one has the electricity.
Okay. Yep.
Actually, I can change the icon to denote that a little better.
Okay.
And I'm giving it away, but this guy has frost.
Okay. Then in that case, let's see. Where is that? Oh yeah, plenty. So I'm going to Agonazer's Squatcha.
Squatcha!
The Squatcha. Yeah, kid. It's gonna be wicked hot. Stand back. Level 4. Do they have
Charisma?
That's not right. That's that stupid roll 20 thing again. It's a dex save.
Okay. I was going to say, their charisma's not great. Fortunately, their dex is just as good.
Yeah.
1,
Yeah.
2.
Yeah. Neither of them made it. Okay, so they get 24 points of damage.
Fire.
Yes. And then I can't. Yeah, I think that's about all I can do because I can't do a bonus action spell that isn't a cantrip, right?
That isn't a cantrip. That's right.
Yeah, both of those are. All right. That's my action. That's my turn, I guess.
All right. It is Ithis' turn. He's 20 feet up, concentrating on his beacon.
Mm-hmm. So he is. These are not humanoids, right? They're giants
Yeah, I think technically
for
they're
the
giants.
purposes of spell targeting.
Correct. They're giants.
Okay. That 60 feet. Okay. Oh, damn it! That's a concentration spell. Shit. Then he's just going to put a guiding bolt on this guy.
Okay.
that everybody's already hitting or about to start hitting on, or so. And that at a level 2.
Yep. 22 radiant damage.
And advantage on
And-
a next attack.
We'll put a little bullseye target on him. All right. And does he want to move anywhere? He's currently probably.
Is he within melee range of that guy?
He is, yeah. He's 20 feet up, but these are large creatures and.
I was gonna say,
giant
so if he flew a little higher, that's
he
the
could, yeah.
opportunity attack. Shite. No, he's gonna hold. He's gonna hold firm for them.
Okay. All right, yeah. All right. Okay, so this idiot is going to charge through the fire.
Okay.
This idiot, he's gonna run away.
Ha! Huzzah!
So go ahead and give me a 5d8 for the guy who crossed the threshold.
Okay. Let's roll bigger. Yeah, it's better.
Nice. That's a good one. Whew. All right. And as he comes out, you can see an apparatus on his arm begin to sort of arc and spark and spit. And I think... So it's going to start on... I think it's going to start on Minchinos. And... Well, let me just cast it.
Ah,
So the deck save is actually 16.
okay. And that's half. If I make it.
And that's for half, yeah. And this will bounce to Dices, Navik, and Ithis. Ithis, how far up did Ithis go again?
He's 20 or 25 feet. He's above the mouth of the cave.
Right. He didn't move up though. He's 20 feet up.
Yeah, I think it was 20. Was
Yeah,
what we said.
okay.
Whatever was
So-
just above the mouth of the cave.
Yeah. So Ithis, Dices, and Navik will make dex saves as well.
Shit.
All right.
The second one was this. Not that it matters. They're both the friggin' same roll.
Yeah.
All right. So Navik, you take half of that. And Chinos and Ithis will take full. And Dices, what's your dex save?
My dex save is.
Hold on. For this, roll a d4 for me, Joe.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. We both get to do that, don't we?
Yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
if the what's the dex save? 16 was it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not
Yeah,
good.
so neither of us would make it anyway.
Well, this might.
Well, you still have
because-
aura too.
Yeah. So
Oh,
this will
That was
get.
this is roll.
And my aura is +2, so you get 16 for Ithis.
Okay, cool.
What's the range of your aura?
10 feet.
Okay,
He's
so
out of
he's 20 feet up
Oh,
and
that's right. He's flying.
sideways. So yeah.
I forgot.
Dices makes it though.
Yeah.
With an 18 in your aura, plus whatever she would roll from. So yeah, you'll take half 36. And that's his turn. This guy is going to use this contraption on him as well. And I think this hits. Again, does this hit 60-foot cone? Does it get wide enough before it gets to Ithis?
Would it go that high as well?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Xanathars has these neat guides for like grid-based templates, but they don't show it in 3 dimensions.
Yeah.
Okay, for the sake of this, I'm going to do this in a 2-dimensional plane. So
Okay.
Ithis can avoid it. And I'll need con saves, DC 16, from everyone else.
And Chinos as well.
Machinos as well, and these 2 Ettins. Fail. Success.
– 14.
I got an 18.
All right, so
Hey,
Navik,
Nate.
you take half. So
17.
This guy actually dies.
Which guy?
One of the Ettins.
Nice.
Yeah, so this guy just turns to ice.
Oh, well then.
Our advantage.
Yeah, no kidding.
So a giant in the way wouldn't provide cover to them, would it?
It would on a dex save, but this is Constitution.
Okay.
Dices, make a Constitution save.
As a random question, somewhat not random,
Mm-hmm.
I guess. With our winter gear, would we have any benefit?
I think so. I think this has come up before. I think the winter gear is more for like natural
And
elements
not magical, yeah. Okay.
and not magical. Yeah. So they like provide cold protection, but not like frost
Yeah,
resistance.
okay. And Dices can also do a d4 if she wants. If she's creating it.
With her
Mm.
+2, she
Yeah.
she succeeds.
Yeah.
So you get half anyway. Okay. And then lastly, not lastly, let's see. There's really no good shot here. So this is only going to affect Navik and Dices. Because he doesn't have Chain Lightning, he just has Lightning Bolt. Oops. Of course, that's the only one that doesn't roll the friggin'...
Of course it is.
So deck save, DC 16, and I'll roll 86. This is for Navik and Dices. All right, so 27 lightning damage to Navik and Dices. Actually,
D4.
Dices might be able to resist. So you have 15. You just need to roll a 1, so never mind, you automatically succeed.
Alright, Navik, you're 2 points off.
What do you mean? I got a 16 total.
You get...
What?
How did that-
Because I have Danger Sense. I have advantage for dexterity
Oh,
saves.
fair enough.
Oh, that's true. So that gives you 14 plus the 2 yet. So you're good. So you take half the 27 as well. All right. So yeah, 14. That's lightning. 14 to Dices and Navik, and the last guy doesn't have any cool contraptions, so he's just gonna beat Manchinos in the head with a battle
Of
axe.
course.
Oh,
Good to have a hobby.
And whiff.
The first one hits. That's
Okay.
my armor. 14 is my armor class.
Okay, so 14 and the other one whiffs.
Yep.
And it is Navik's turn.
all right. Well, this guy's dead, and I guess I'll attack this one.
Oh, by
Fine.
the way, Manchinos, give me a con save and one for Ithis as well.
Yep.
You good?
And this one's the one that matters.
Oh,
Roll your d4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big money, no whammies. 13.
13. What's the highest amount of
15.
damage he took?
Oh, he's lying. Never mind.
He took, was it 17 on the lightning? Or did he take the full on the lightning? No, he took the full. He didn't make the save.
So he only needs to beat a 10 unless he took more than 21 points in a single.
He did take more than that. He took, I'm going through the math here, 30 something. Yeah, it was 30 something. So yeah, I think he fails.
Oh yeah, because he failed that first one, right?
Yeah, he failed the chain lightning one.
Okay, and Caleb is blessed concentration.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and give me one con save there too.
Damn.
Oof. Okay. So bless drops, and beacon drops,
Yep.
and it is Navik's turn. Sorry, Navik.
God damn, you people are useless. All right, so I was there. I'll move there, and can I move there or there to get advantage?
If you were to move here, you would have advantage, but you would also take an opportunity. No, he's dead. Never mind.
Yeah.
He
That's
just
what I
looks
wanted
alive because he's frozen.
to do. Oh, all right. I'll go there, get my advantage, and attack.
Yeah, I needed the advantage.
Yep.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
Damn.
All right. Next one.
What was the save needed for my con?
17.
A 10.
Oh, 10? I could
Yeah.
totally make that. Hold on. Oh, I'm one off. Damn.
Oh, that's horrible.
All right, so the 15 hits.
Well, the 28 would have hit anyways.
Oh, right, you have advantage. All right, and your third one?
Yeah.
That's the end.
Oh,
That'll
Wait,
do
you get to trigger an effect.
I know. I know.
It's the first time. Which one are you going to do?
Can I? Ooh, I'm gonna siphon his strength.
I saw. Yeah, that's exactly what I knew.
All right. So Navik kind of swings 3 times, and as he draws this huge blade over his head for the third swing, the blade turns into a tentacle, and it wraps around the necks of both of these heads and just swallows the entire giant form into this black void, and they just disappear. They just wink out of existence.
Can you say that again a little slower?
The strength modifier on these Ettins is +5. So you have currently, for the next minute, you have a +5 bonus to damage.
Oh my god.
Okay.
To just damage?
Yeah, and it comes out as force damage.
Nice.
All right. So I'm going to just put a little token on your thing. There you go. All right. Dasis.
Yay.
I'm just gonna go ahead and do this real quick. Okay.
It's never good. I'm going to cast on the one that Navik's fighting. I'm going to do Elder's Blast.
Well, I'll fight that one next. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I think it hits.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
then
And the next
again.
beam. You have 3 beams now or 2?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
11th, I think you get the third, isn't it?
Yes, 3 beams at 11.
Darn. Well, that's not too shabby. I'll take it.
Yeah, that will do it. So this Eden's like holding this weird metal contraption up that just like arced lightning out at you, and you just like channel 2 beams of this like crackling necrotic energy and just blast him through the chest.
Yeah.
His beard just vaporizes, and he is down.
No regrets.
Well, not for you. For him, many regrets.
Yes.
Times 2.
Yeah. And Caleb? So you're standing next to an Etten statue of ice. It's lovely. Navik appears to have swallowed one of the giants.
Did that swallow instantly kill it?
So it was a killing blow, but
Oh, okay.
even if it wasn't, it would sort of hold it in this pocket dimension for a minute.
Gotcha. Okay.
Basically, it's going to spit out when it drops. It's just going to spit out a corpse.
Lovely.
There isn't anything about this that isn't awesome. I'm gonna mute for a second.
Oh my.
I want to move there and attack the one below me.
Okay. Uh-huh. That's quite enough.
Quite enough.
Yeah.
Shadow of advantage.
Still hits.
Also do my divine.
Okay. What level?
We'll do it at 2. Let me see how many, I don't know how many slots I have. Hold on. We'll do it. Yeah, we'll do it at 2.
Okay.
I don't know if that even rolled it properly.
I don't think it did. It's supposed to be 3d8 and then 1d8 for every additional level? Or is it 2d8 and 1
I think it's
additional?
2d8 and 1d8 for every additional.
So it should be 3d8. Just go ahead and roll 3d8.
That's better.
Nice. All right. Yeah, you blast one of the heads off of the shoulders, and the other head sort of looks over at the now vacant position, and then he's like, looks back at Caleb, looks back at where his other head used to be, looks back at Caleb, and then his eyes slowly roll back into his head, and he falls over.
I got a heads up on this one.
All right, Minchinos. The last one here is
I'm-
turning around and trying to run.
I am expressing scorn and disappointment at Caleb for saying that.
Aw.
And then he is so not getting away. I'm going to return the favor and cast a lightning bolt at him at level 5. Because
Yeah, you are.
fuck that.
I like that Discord censored it for me.
Yeah, I know. Eh?
Yeah.
That was great. I know.
What? It censored it?
You
Yes,
trailed
faded
off.
out.
Yeah.
It was like a disconnect kind of thing where you just
Yeah.
sort of like cut out for a moment.
Oh, okay. So it
we heard-
wasn't something Discord actively did. It was
No.
just a
It
weird
just worked
bit of
out
network.
perfectly.
Yeah, it worked perfectly.
We heard the F and the K, and then it's that.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, so it does not dodge this.
No, it does not.
You nail it right in the lower spine or upper butt, if you prefer.
It's gonna travel. Oh yeah, right up into one of up the spine and into one of the heads.
Yeah, you perform some acupuncture.
And then I just sort of, blow across the edge of my fingers like a gun barrel.
You hear, or you see, those of you with dark vision can barely make out one of them far in the distance, having taken off. The rest are dead, and you are out of combat.
All right. For his own purposes, plus everybody else, because he doesn't have. Oh, he does have Cure Wounds. Ithis is going to cast Cure Wounds at level 4 on himself. Ooh, that's not too bad. And then everybody else gets a mass healing word.
All right.
4.
13. No, even more. Wait.
No, mass healing word.
Oh, mass
Everybody-
healing.
Everybody gets 4.
Yeah, we get 4, and he gets.
He gets the 23. This is Ithis. Come on. He's,
You're lucky to get anything.
Thanks,
He
Scrooge.
just sort of looks around and throws the quick healing word out. Here's a little something.
All right. So the seer is in the tank in safety. you have verifiable evidence that the Splinter Pine were involved here, including
long
the
has it been?
corpses of their allies. How
So
long
I'm
has it
gonna-
been?
Yeah.
Since when?
The end of the attack.
Oh, like a minute?
The
What?
other Eden pops out.
Okay.
Bloosh.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like amniotic fluid. What the hell?
I know, right?
Yeah, it's like it's got like sucker like bruises all over its body. Like some of its limbs look like they've just gone black. It's gross. It's like drained of its strength. It looks like anemic somehow. And Navik, you feel like $1,000,000.
I'll pull up my flute and
Do a jig.
So the devices they were wearing, are they salvageable condition?
The devices they are wearing, if you want to make an investigation check.
Yeah.
So they are clearly of artificer make, and they appear to have like one-shot cartridges that fueled them. So you can see like these like canisters on the back of these devices. You can take the remnants of the metal bracing, but whatever power was in them was driven by whatever's in the jars.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna take one of the devices.
Okay, just like the whole rig.
Yeah. For the moment.
Okay, you'll probably have to strap it onto the tank. It
That's-
weighs like 80 pounds.
You may have an idea where I'm going with this, actually. I'm also so the Splinter Pine thing was on their heads. Was a marker on
Sort of tattooed all over them.
Is there anything on the heads that is marked Splinter? Obviously, Splinter Pine.
Sure, on one of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll take one of those and put those on the tank as well, and the canister of the chain lightning one,
Sure.
or whatever the backpack was, or whatever was in that.
Yeah.
And I'll mention to the others, you might want to take a look at some of this stuff too.
yeah, I'll they probably don't have anything on them, but I'll look at them.
Well, we should take the other backpacks as well. If those are canisters of lightning and cone of cold.
Yeah, they're about 80 pounds each.
The backpacks?
Yeah.
Okay.
The canisters themselves, they're just like a jar.
Oh, so there's a lot of them.
How many jars?
There's one sort of screwed in, but you don't find any other on their bodies.
Oh, so the backpacks don't have extras?
No, they don't. Not on these guys. You assume that someone is producing those canisters, but
Oh, okay. So
Um,
the backpacks aren't extra ammo.
no, the backpacks are just like a harness that holds the whole contraption on them.
Oh, okay. All right. I misunderstood what you were saying.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So if you just want to take the
Oh, what's
canister
the-
itself,
Oh yeah. No, we're taking that.
Okay.
And one of the heads that will be mounted on top of the Remora's head as well.
Oh gosh.
Jeez.
It's so it's such a good
impale
thing
it
that
on one of the horns. Oh yeah, no, it's got to go before we go back down to warm weather. Yeah.
All right, so it is fairly late. You are about 5 hours from home. Did you want to camp here or?
Let's camp in the cave.
I've already spent most of my time here. It was fine.
You've made it your own.
Go back to my little rut.
Yeah.
He's just hollowed out a little spot on the ground.
Why don't you go sleep in the little circle area there? It's probably comfy.
He's like a dog. He'll circle it a couple times.
All right, who's got first watch?
I could take first watch.
Yeah, I don't because I have no bird.
Well, I already did watch, or how long has it been since we've been there?
Oh, so that was just like a regular. You were just sort of watching out. This is like your long rest watch.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'll take.
So I got Caleb.
All right. So if Caleb's going to go first, then I'll take second.
Okay.
I'll take the next one, and I'm also gonna let drop the disguise.
Okay.
Okay.
And the last watch. Last
Okay.
watch, there will be some sunlight, so Ithis could probably get by.
Yeah, he'll probably do that because he's not going to be. He's going back to sleep right now. But
Use this.
he's at this. He's up early anyway, and he'll be off perching someplace. So
All right. Perception checks.
I even have disadvantage. Pick whichever one you want.
Wow, that's
It's quite the array.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at us.
We're good up until Ithis, so it's fine.
wait, what?
We have disadvantage on checks.
Oh, right.
Oh, that's true.
Dice.
Thank you
Well,
for reminding me.
So when he gets up, who's before him? Dices. So yeah, he sits up and keeps talking to you about Avali and starts trying to talk to you about his goddess and his faith and sort of making desperate conversation because he's in a bad mood, trying to do something. So he's preaching to you, and that's why he's not really paying attention to what's going on.
So, during Ithis's watch, while he's kind of yammering to Dices, who's just trying to sleep.
Yeah, I'm just like stuck feathers in my ears and going to sleep.
Yeah, you can hear the crunching of snow outside of the cave over Ithis's sort of yammering.
All right, I'm like, shh, hear that?
Wait, I was getting to the good part. When Avali then took up her staff, and well, what?
This is like the road to Avonlea, like they're.
His goddess is Avali, Avale.
The road to
I
Avonlea.
was- I liked my version better, but all right. It was way funnier, but all right.
Wait, what?
It's go on.
Rounding the corner in the cave, Dices, you can see a humanoid figure wrapped in robes and two distinctive black horns sort of curling back away from his forehead as the form of Bartimaeus stands in the mouth of the cave.
All right, I'll quickly stand up.
And he says, "You've been running for quite some time."
Does Ithis see this too?
He sees a figure in robes, but there doesn't appear to be anyone in the robes. They're just sort of floating there.
Okay, and he can't hear it, right?
He doesn't hear a voice. He just sees Dices sort of stand and address it. Dices, to your eye, Bartimaeus looks awful. Like he looks like 40 years older than you saw him last. He appears to be aging rapidly.
Interesting.
And he says, why have you turned on me?"
What are you talking about?
"Why are you running from me? I need your help."
With what?
With the Raven Queen. She doesn't know I'm here, and I can't exist here for much longer, but you've been running from me ever since Adiako.
What does Ithis see with an 18 perception?
A mound of like furs and hide sort of floating in the cave entrance.
All right, he's going to shoot a guiding bolt at it.
Nice. Yeah, that's something he would do. I'm helping. Let it dice.
So the guiding bolt vaporizes the cloth. It just
Now
like
naked.
blasts through it. And in your perception, Dices, you can see him sort of step out of a physical form and stand in front of you. He's sort of separated from this like physical body, and it's almost like a spirit or like a mirage of some kind. But it seems weak. Is Ithis making like noise now? Like I assume
Yeah.
they have a verbal thing.
Yeah, he's like, ah! and then runs over to the pile of cloth and whatever it is that he just blasted.
Yeah, it's like smoldering. The rest of you can start getting up.
It's like the avian parrot version of "That's right, motherfucker."
I wake up like, what's going on?
There was a spirit, a ghost, and I dispelled it.
Yeah, I wake up.
This mirage is standing right in front of you now, Dices, and it says, She wants the best for me, but I needed something more, and I think you do too, right?
I'm just gonna nod.
We can be free of here if you want.
Would Bartimaeus be like an evil?
Has Dices ever talked about Bartimaeus?
I don't think I have.
Maybe to what's her face in the staff.
You said something to us about the guy you saw in the town, but I don't think. You
Oh,
told
that's
us.
right. Yeah, I did tell you guys about him. That's right.
Caleb was
I
there
think-
at the time, when you were
Yeah.
dodging him in the market.
And I think after I initially went through, I think I might have told you guys a little bit about
Right.
dealing with him.
Yeah, it had something to do with the Raven Queen, but that was about I think all you ever said.
Yeah, I was pretty, secretive.
Is it safe?
Bartimaeus reaches a cold, like ghostly hand out to you, and he says, "She is welcome as well, Henrietta. She knows a great deal. I can take you to your sister, but you have to take me with you."
I'm gonna look around the cave and go, let's do it.
I already did. It's dead.
So Dices, how do you respond?
I slam my staff down.
All right. There's a spark of necrotic energy that courses up your staff and illuminates the orb that contains Henrietta's soul. And it begins to arc and spark. And there's a glow and a darkness that starts to grow between you and Bartimaeus. And now the rest of you in the cave can see something transforming on Dices as a enormous pair of raven wings unfold above her head, 20 feet up, and the feathers begin to fall down to the ground gently, leaving only a skeletal pair of wings. And Dices takes off into the night.
Ithis cast Sanctuary on himself.
I'm just gonna...
And that's where we'll call it.
Nice.
All right.
Guys.
Oh. Right
Dun,
then.
dun, dun.
So next week,
On the
We
next
have-
episode of...
on the next episode, it's just like a still shot of Ithis looking confused.
Yeah, that's what I imagine. Scratching her
In
head.
his little bubble of protection.
Yeah, we're good for next week.
Yeah?
Cool. I just wondered because it would be the first.
You're gonna April Fools us?
Well, that would be funny on March.
That'd be a little
first.
early.
I know, eh?
Yeah, that's the joke. You idiots.
Exactly.
That's how I fooled you.
It's April 1st. No, it's not. Fooled
Gotta
you.
prepare the long con, right?
The long con.
The pre-con.
Pre-con, yeah. That sounds like something else. You need
Yeah,
to see a
you know what?
doctor
Nope,
about
nope, nope, nope. Just gonna-
Thanks everybody again. We will return next week, same time, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Thanks for joining us and have a good night.